Hey everybody! So you're probably wondering why I'm here, because we don't have any episodes for like a month. But I figured since we're on break and we want some kind of content, I'll do some kind of video just so we can quench our thirst for our favorite superhero shows. So I was originally gonna do kind of like a big ol' mix of a bunch of different ideas in this one video, but I'm gonna stick with just doing like a kind of DCTV Q&A. That's a lot of letters for this one, just because I want to dive a little deeper into some of them. So the next video will probably be more like games, and if you have any more questions, I'll answer any that you have about the shows and anything, because we're bored and we want content. So I asked on my Twitter if you guys have any questions. Follow me, by the way, if you're not already. It's at Canary Katie. And I'm just gonna answer the questions you asked me. One of these questions, which I'll get to at the end, is kind of gonna be a two-parter because I don't exactly know the answer yet, but we'll get there. Okay, first question is from Tomorrow's Legends, which is a podcast about Legends of Tomorrow. So, if you're interested, I will link them in the description. And they asked if we will see all the coins this season, or if the encores are done because of the deal with Astra and Constantine. That is a question I have not seen come up very often at all. I have a feeling no. No, as in we'll probably see a few more encores, because I feel like that's how Sarah's gonna get her. Spoiler alert, there's gonna be spoilers in this, so you know, you're on social media, you probably know already, but Sarah's gonna get powers at some point. So I mean, she's gotta get them from an encore, right? That's my guess. Or at least because of an event that happened from an encore. I don't think Astra's just gonna come up and like give her powers. I have a feeling that one of the encores is gonna do something to her, and that's gonna cause her powers. So I feel like we're gonna at least get a couple more. I feel like no, we're not gonna get them the whole season, but I feel like at least up until that point, we're probably gonna still have a couple. Okay. White Canary 47, aka Captain Pantsuit. Always love that display name. She asked a few questions. So, speaking of Sarah's power, she says, Sarah's superpower, what do you think it can be? Man, I mean, okay, from what I've heard, she's going to be wearing sunglasses. So I think it's gonna have something to do with being able to like see some other kind of something. That was the worst description I could give for that, but I feel like it's gotta be like kind of a hindrance. Like her like regular sight will probably be affected, but she's gonna be able to see things that like nobody else can, is my guess. If I did not know she was going to be wearing sunglasses, I would have absolutely no clue. Man, I don't know. Or maybe something with, how do I say lasers? Like, you know, like a Supergirl, maybe like she can like use her eyes to like attack something. Like either like, somebody brought up the idea of her being kind of like Medusa-like, so either like turning people to stone, or we could do like a Kara thing where she got some fun laser beams or something like that. But I don't know, but I think she's going to have something to do with her, it's gonna be something involving her vision. The second question, I love how it's worded, just Zari. Opinions so far. I absolutely love her, honestly. I was kind of annoyed because I did really like OG Zari, and I still do, and I still want her back at some point in some capacity. However, each episode Zari 2.0 or Zardashian or whatever you want to call her is here. She is just better and better. She's so interesting because she has so many of the characteristics of OG Zari, where it's like she's still very smart under that whole thing, but she feels really lonely because all she feels like she's good for is her business and nobody really cares about her. But she's also just like so funny and business savvy, and she's getting her hacking stuff back. Like there's so many different parts to her that I think are really interesting, and she's just funny. Tala is hilarious as Zari 2.0, and at this point I don't want to get rid of her either. So if there's a way where we can combine their memories, which I mean there is, because they did it for Crisis, so if we could do that, that would be ideal for me. I don't know which. I guess I still like OG Zari a little bit better. Maybe because I'm more used to her. I don't know. But I really like both of them. So she's great. I stan. I support. I respect. She's a queen. Third question is, leaving John, Astra, Charlie, and their sisters out, who do you think might be tempted to use the Loom of Fate? That's a good question, too. I feel like, these people ask me great questions, so thanks for everyone that asked a question. I would honestly probably say Zari. The obvious choice would be Sara, but I feel like that's too done. Like, we've already been there. She did the whole Spirit Destiny thing. Like, she's past it already. We all want Laurel back, we know, but it's not gonna happen, so she's past that, and I feel like at this point it's past her character development for her to go and do that after she refused to do it all these other times. I would probably say Zari, just because she's so lonely feeling, and she thinks like her life kind of sucks and it's just revolved around her brand. Like, I'm not convinced she would actually use it, but compared to the rest of them, I would probably say her. I don't think Mick would. I don't think Nate really needs to. Sarah, no. Ava, no. Like, Bayrod, I don't think he wants to either. So, if anyone, I would probably say Zari. And then their final question is, do you see Batwoman? Which I'm guessing is, like, do I watch Batwoman? And I have not yet. I plan on watching it when I'm caught up with Supergirl, and I am almost done with season 4. I am on 4. I just finished 4/19, which was American Dreamer, which was such a good episode. Season 4 is so good. Like, wow. I'm like shook. Also, Nia, I'm head over heels obsessed with her. I'm literally in love with her. And Nicole Maines. They're both queens. Like, I am completely just like obsessed with Nia at this point. So I will hopefully be trying to make reactions to Supergirl once I'm caught up as well. So hopefully by the time it comes back, I'm sure I'll be caught up by then. So I'll be doing some Supergirl reactions too, so that'll be cool. If you guys want me to watch any of the older episodes like I'm on now, let me know, because I will make reactions to those if you want. I just don't know if anybody wants them or cares. So, but if you guys want me to react to them while I'm catching up, then let me know. So after that, I'm going to watch Batwoman, and then once I'm caught up on Batwoman, I'm going to try and catch up on Black Lightning, because I am still on the season 1 finale, and it was great. I mean, it was a good season. I fell behind on like all my shows, and I just like completely forgot about Black Lightning. So I will do that after Batwoman, but I am interested in Batwoman, and I plan on hopping right on that train as soon as I'm done with Supergirl. Okay, Soft L Corp, aka Lay, asked, favorite Avalanche. I keep saying Ava Lance because I keep wanting to say Ava Lance, excuse me. I'm sorry. I know it's Ava Lance, but in my head I like to say Avalanche because it sounds like avalanche. Anyway. Favorite Ava Lance moments. there are a lot. I'll go through the general, like, yes, the whole IKEA episode, amazing. The whole Ava being drunk on the Wave Rider thing, amazing. The camp counselor thing, amazing. Those are probably my top 3 everybody been new moments. But I also really like just the little scattered, like tiny moments of non-verbal communication that they have, where they just like, you know, I really like that for some reason. I'm like kind of obsessed with that and like analyzing that, which is a whole nother topic. But I really like those moments too. Yeah, I mean, those are the general, like, everybody has the same answer, but they're such good moments. Like, you can't really argue against them. So they're great, and I love that. But I do really like when they did the whole Constantine house party with Damien. They had a lot of those little, like, nonverbal moments, and I was vibing. Okay, their next question is time period you'd like to see the legends go to. I feel like it's hard because there's so many that they've done already. And I'm not like I can't just think of like one on a whim. I will say that I'm very mad we did not get to see them in their disco outfits during, oh my gosh, what's the episode called? The Groundhog Day episode. I'm really mad we didn't get to see that time period. So I would probably say that, because the outfits were incredible, some of their best work. So I'd love to see that personally. I would also love to see like a really distant future thing, but I mean, budget, they're not gonna do it, but that'd be really cool. And their last question is, which character has your perception of them changed the most since you met them? Whoo, that is, goodness. I would probably say either, I mean, oh boy, I don't know. Maybe Zari. Okay. I'm gonna say Zari because at first I didn't care for her. Like, I didn't not like her. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, this new girl is here. Whoop-de-doo. Like, I had like, oh, I hit the table, sorry. Zari. Anyway, I don't know, I didn't like care until the Groundhog Day episode, really, and then that's when I really was like, oh wait, she's great. So maybe Zari or Charlie. I think when I saw Charlie, I was just mad because I wanted Amaya back. Even now, I'm not like in love with Charlie, but I definitely like her more than I did at first because I was just bitter. I wanted Amaya back. I love Amaya. She's a queen. But I was just like, who? Why? For what? But she's like funny now, but she has such a thing where it's like, why is she here? She doesn't need to be here at this point. We want to keep Maisie on the show. That's the only reason she's been around really up to this point. But now that we have the whole Loom of Fate thing, hopefully that changes soon so we can actually give her a purpose, because she's been doing nothing. And Constantine too, he's been doing like a totally separate thing where he doesn't even feel like he's on the Legends. So, I mean, we'll see, but they gotta do more, right? Like, they gotta, you know? So, I'd say maybe one of them, too. Okay, so this last question I'm doing, as you can tell, is scribbled out, because there were a lot of spoilers for Supergirl Season 5, so I'm not caught up yet, so I don't know what's happening with that. So once I'm caught up, I plan on answering this question in full. However, they were asking, they being Miss Lanceverse, aka Mood, Sarah, and Abini, which is also a mood. They were wondering how much did Crisis change Supergirl, because everyone seems to be very confused, and even though I'm not caught up, I know people are very confused with what's happening in Crisis. So, what I'm gonna say is you have a right to be confused because everyone else is confused. So, what I'm deciphering from that is that they did a terrible job working with the effects of Crisis, which, you know, I feel like all the shows are kind of having a problem that happened with Crisis, except for Legends, because their whole season was basically after Crisis. And their whole first episode was dealing with Sara and her reaction, I guess, to the Crisis. So the rest of the shows kind of had it in the middle of the season, and they kind of had to change their gears a little bit. So I feel like the answer is unclear, like, not on purpose, but you have a right to be confused because there is no real answer yet, is what it seems like. I can't give like a complete answer on why this happened and this happened, like you were asking in the second part, because I have not gotten to that point yet, so I don't know why that stuff happened, but I will be getting to it once I catch up. Hopefully within the next like week-ish I should be caught up. Yeah, so that's all I got. I know, I'm sorry, I'm sure this was a little boring, but at least it's something, right? Some kind of content. So I hope you at least mildly enjoyed and it quenched your thirst a little bit for content for these shows. If you enjoyed, or if you didn't, check out my other reactions to the Legends episodes if you haven't already. And like and subscribe and comment if you have any other questions or any video ideas or anything. And comment especially if you really want me to react to Supergirl while I'm catching up. I'm gonna watch a couple more episodes today probably, but I could definitely react to the season finale if you want, but anything past that, or, you know, even before if you're quick. But that's what I got, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. I said that 5 times already, but see ya for whatever the heck the next video idea is.